Just thought I'd give a quick update on what I've been doing. No gaming for the moment, just more hobbying. One of my passions in life has been Warhammer 30k, 40k, 30k being the Horus Heresy. Thought maybe now that I have some time off work, I would start updating my videos again. I will play computer games, some Napoleonic games and stuff in the future, but for right now I thought maybe I'd share some of my hobby. I'm not sure if I will actually release this or post this to YouTube, but it's more for my own consumption to help me cope with my time from work here. Give me something to do, something to focus on. And so I thought maybe I'd show off my current project, which is a Horus Heresy Age of Darkness Word Bearers Force. Currently listening to the audiobook The First Heretic by Black Library, and it's got my juices flowing for some heretic word bearers, and really interested in the Legion. I think they're probably out of all the traitor legions, they're the most straightforward. They basically just hate the Imperium, or not the Imperium, they hate the Emperor, more or less, and they're basically the ultimate bad guys. They're not like the Alpha Legion where you don't know where they stand. They're not like the just solely aggressive world eaters, just want to fight things. They're not like most of the traitor legions, as in the other traitor legions have a flaw. They have a reason why they turn bad. That's not their own. Whereas the word bearers just choose to turn to chaos, to the evil side. And in that frame, that's the reason why I like them, is that they're not just psychopaths. They're not a gene seed flaw. They're not just trying to please their Primarch. Although they are trying to please their Primarch, they basically believe what they've been told. Whereas, say, the Sons of Horus, that legion, the ones that stayed loyal to Horus, they did so because Horus told them to. Whereas the word bearers more went along with their Primarch falling to chaos, but they also themselves truly believed in what he was doing. So that's not really a good explanation of why I like the word bearers, but suffice to say, I just like them because they are the penultimate bad guys when it comes to Warhammer 30k. They can take demons as allies, so, and also red's one of my favorite color schemes to paint. I have a Warhammer 40k Blood Angels army, and it's like a lighter red than this, and I just like red. I like the color red when it comes to color schemes. I like painting it. White's very hard, so there's World Eaters and Death Guard and White Scars out of the way. I can't do those. I can't paint any blue because Ultramarines are just so... Although I do like the Legion and I like the Horus Heresy lore, I'm disgusted at the Ultramarines in 40k. I don't like them at all, so painting blue, just even though it is a 30k army, just reminds me of 40k. And black, my two of my favorite legions are black, the Raven Guard and the Iron Hands, but I just can't paint black to save my life, so that's out. So word bearers it is. Anyway, rambling aside, I thought I'd show you the work that I've done on my word bearers. It's been on and off for several years, but I'm starting up again. I'm going to hope to get into it a little bit better here, or a little bit... not better. I'm hoping to get into it a little more thoroughly here in the next few months between now and Christmas. Give my mind something to focus on that's not the news and the US general election and COVID and all the rest. That's the crazies that's going on in the world today. And here we are. So this is my word bearer veteran tactical squad. It's 10 men. Let me just get them into frame here. The camera's on this side of the phone, so it's not centered 100%. So they're more to my left, your right, I guess. But anyway, here we go. Here's my veteran sergeant. I'm not very good at painting plasma glow, but it'll do. I don't have enough decals for this shoulder pad, But I think this one here turned out okay. I used the proper stuff. I used microset and microsol to get the decals on pretty good. I spent all night last night doing this, and I think it worked out. I mean, what do you think? It looks, well, if we get into focus, it looks pretty good. Whoops. So that's the Sergeant. Power sword. I know they're kind of useless against anything but Space Marines. Power sword. Plasma pistol. Very poorly painted plasma pistol. Got a support guy here with the plasma gun. He's ready to go. We got the missile launcher. I know a lot of people in circles don't like this missile launcher, but I think he's okay. I got the decals in there. On focus. We can do it. We can do it. You know, I think that looks okay. Then we have the Vexilla. Nothing really important about him. And then we got your box standard dudes right here. So there's 6 of them. So that's my 10-man squad. Veteran Tacticals. I also have my Betrayal Calth box set Contemptor. I know it's an ugly Contemptor, but it works for me. Got to try and fix the sheen on these decals here a little bit. Some more flat clear maybe would work. But I mean, I think he looks okay. Twin-linked melt-a-gun. Not optimal, but, you know, it is what it is. It's what comes in the box. You can have this, or you can have a Carries Assault Cannon. And although the Carries is probably over the turns, probably a better option, I think this is fine. I mean, he can hopefully pop a Rhino every turn, or maybe if he rolls lucky, you know, because it's twin-linked in Age of Darkness rule set, not like Warhammer 8th edition. Because it is twin-linked, maybe I can do a hull point every turn while he's marching forward to get his Crunchy Claw in there. So that's him. What else do I have? I also have a 20-man, let me get them in here, 20-man tactical squad. Here they are. Nothing special about them. You know, there's the Sergeant up there. So we have the Sergeant. I gave him a Lightning Claw. I don't know why. It just looked cool. I got his decals on pretty good. So there's the Sergeant. And a Vexilla. No big deal. And then 18 dudes. And I like them a lot. I'm probably going to print off or paint up another 20 of these guys for the army. So that's them. That's the troop choices on the dreadnought. I then have the Betrayal Calth praetor. I think he's a praetor anyway from the box set. If not, I apologize. But anyway, I have him painted up. Got some decals on his shin there. You know, nothing special. I'm trying to do this in a way that's I'm going to be able to get it done by Christmas. But I did order a Praetor in Terminator armor from eBay, and when he arrives in a week or two, he'll be my Praetor, and this guy might just be demoted to a chaplain, which is probably more what he should be with that Crozius. But right now he's a Praetor of the army. I then went ahead and I very poorly, he's not painted yet, but I very poorly started work on a diabolist. And this is a custom miniature that a conversion miniature that I made myself. I thought it was pretty cool. He's a 40k fine cast. What was he? He is like a jump pack sergeant or veteran sergeant or captain or something like that. I added some chaosy bits because he's a diabolist. He's more into the chaos arts. Now, I couldn't remember if he was supposed to have a power axe or a Crozius. So I gave him the Crozius here off one of the Warhammer 40k chaos figures. And then I gave him his helmet. And then the guy's backpack right here. And then I stuck a melt-a-bomb on there just for, in case he comes up with some armor. I'm not sure if that's legal yet or not. I still have yet to get my Age of Darkness rulebook, but that should be coming today, and I'll know. So there's my custom diabolist. I'm going to paint him today, I think, and maybe I'll show you an update on that, how that's going. But I think he looks pretty cool, kind of menacing, very Word Bearers-ish. and that's fine. Some other things that I'm working on is I'm collecting my bits box. I'm going to try and make a Legion support squad. I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I've got 5 melta guns here. I'm going to try and make 5 tactical marines out of the bits that I have, and I'm going to put them in a 40k Rhino. I know this is a 40k Rhino, not a 30k Rhino, but I'm just going to do something to cover up this hole here where the turret used to be, because what are these things called? Not Vindicators. Razorbacks. The Razorbacks aren't illegal in 30k. They're not around. So if I just put something over here to cover this, maybe I can find something in my bits box. I'll convert that into a Rhino. Put a melta gun up here on the pintle melta gun. Paint it red. And these guys will go in this. So I know that's kind of silly to show you, but that's what I'm at so far. Then I got this from Forge World. A Sakaran Venator. Big hunk of resin. Here's the gun. Gonna go in here somewhere like that. Pretty neat. Now, I am not. I'm not wealthy, so a Forge World model to me is very expensive. It's a big commitment to me to buy one, and I bought it because I needed some sort of 30k looking tank in my army. And when I bought this, I actually wanted a Sakaran battle tank, not the Venator, but the Sakaran battle tank is out of stock at the moment, and a lot of the 30k cool stuff is out of stock at the moment from Forge World, and this was what I could get at the time, so I got this. And I'm not used to working with resin, especially such a large scale, heavy blocks of resin. So when I got this, immediately it's really daunting to work with. But the cast is fairly good to me. I think the cast quality is nice. I don't really know a lot about Forge World resin, but it looks okay. But one of the things that really struck me is like, am I doing something wrong here? Is the gaps between the hull and like you can see it down here and some up here. There's a lot of gaps. Maybe it's just me. I'm not doing the proper job of cleaning it up, or maybe I'm supposed to be putting it in warm water, but there's lots of gaps. I could not get this bit here to sit straight. I sanded it. I cut it with a knife. I still have to sand some of the imperfections where it was hanging on to the sprue, I guess. But yeah, there's a lot of filling to do in this tank, and I'm not sure if my hobby know-how is up to the task. But maybe with a really dark red color, maybe you'll miss that on the tabletop. And anyway, it's going to be about yay far away. So I mean, big deal. It's not going to win any prizes, but that's going to be my tank. I'll just put that in there for the moment. It's a Skyfire. Anyway, that's my tank for these guys. And then my Lord of War, I do have, and I did paint up Lorgar himself. So this is my Forge World Lorgar model. I'm happy at how he came out. He's not winning any awards either, especially his base. I have, as you can tell by the brown painting on my bases, I have no idea how to do bases. I don't know why I can paint a miniature, but I can't base it. It's something wrong with me. The candles that go here and here, I didn't add them yet because I didn't want to do them until I could figure out my airbrush and get some source lighting where it has the candle glow, or the fire glow, I guess. But anyway, here he is. I worked hard on the face. I love this pose. I don't know why. I have bought most, all but 6 of the Primarch models from Forge World. I don't know why this was the first one that I ever bought, but he was. The pose is just so cool. Like the Crozius in his hand. I mean, it's pretty wicked. The pose is cool. Some of the Primarchs have a really neat pose. Like Lehman Russ has a really cool pose, but it's, for some reason, the pose itself makes it daunting to paint. Sanguinius being another one. Corax being another one. Poses, like there's these stoic poses, like Lorgar has a stoic pose, Gilliman has one, Rogel Dorn has one. Horus has one. Those guys with the pose, like the stoic, come at me, bro, kind of poses. I find my creative juices are able to like comprehend what's going on there. The more actiony poses, for some reason, they're like up a level on. I know that's not the case in reality, but in my mind, an action pose is more daunting to me to paint for some reason. I don't know. So that's Lorgar, and that's what I have to show you at the moment. I do have a Leviathan dreadnought that I worked hard on to pose him. An amazing forge-rolled model. Get him in shot here. An amazing forge-rolled model that didn't have any of the problems of the Venator. It went together like a dream. And I put him together first, so I was expecting the Venator to go along together the same way, but he didn't. But I do have a Leviathan dreadnought that currently is outside now drying. He's been primed, a very light gray color, and I'm going to work on him today. So I'm going to work on this dude and the Leviathan today and this weekend. And hopefully at the end of the weekend I'll have an update as to where they're at. I also have a second Calth dreadnought, which I'm going to put the Carey's assault cannon on, but I don't want the two of them to look the same, and they're not easily posed. So on the new one, I'm going to have to slice and dice him a bit to get him to look a little different. But that'll be it, and that's my army at the moment. I do have 10 Tartarus Terminators. Here's one. Here's a box of. Let's see here. Sorry, Lorgar. Out of the way, boy. I do have 5 of them. I guess I should put it here. Tartarus Terminators. I do have 5 here, unassembled. And I have 5 assembled, currently outside drying as well. And I will paint them probably next week, starting next week. So that's my force. That's my apart from my family, that's my second true love, is the Horus Heresy and wargaming, table wargaming, for that matter. I mean, I'll make another video separately, but I'm a massive into tabletop wargaming. I don't play hardly at all. COVID has put a stop to that. But even before COVID, it was a kind of a once 3 times a year kind of thing. But I'm hoping to change that when COVID ends, which will probably not be till next summer. But I do paint other things, and I will do those. I'll show you those later. So here's something else I did. This is the Marvel, whatever that game is called. This is Venom. Oh, come on, focus. This is Venom, painted with purely contrast paints. It's painted for my son. I do have him. And then I do have the new release from Warlord Games, Victory at Sea. This is the Yamato. Yamamoto was the naval admiral. But historical wargaming is where it's at for me, and 30k and somewhat 40k. Although I like the rules of 40k better, I like the models and the lore of 30k far, far more. So that'll be about it for me. I have quite a few more things on the go that I'd love to show you. I'm going to show you my Primarchs. I'm not a pro painter, so don't expect pro painting, anything pro painted from me. Just more tabletop stuff like this dude here. I don't know why I love these Marines so much. They're really cool. I love the little studs on the whole guy. But I will show you in other videos. I will show you my Primarch series I've gotten done. I've gotten 6 Primarchs painted. And then I'll show you my Victory at Sea stuff. And then from there on, who knows? But it's been about 20 minutes. So I'm going to cut this one short here. And I'll be back with another video, hopefully later on today, showing you some of the other things. Thanks for watching. Bye-bye.